There's a lot of people who definitely would not like how I present myself, because I present myself as myself.
We sat down with this teenager who is a student at a local high school and identifies as transgender, using the pronouns they, them. The parents are worried about safety, so we're concealing their teen's identity and altering their voice.
Being out as a trans person definitely comes with, homophobia, hate, and people just not wanting to see you exist.
This student says they're lucky learning at a high school that is inclusive and supportive, using their new preferred name and pronouns. In some areas, that is pitting schools against parents in high-profile legal battles, because parents claim they have the right to know what's happening with their student, even if their student doesn't want them to.
We have to trust each other as the adults in this discussion. Right now, you cannot give my child an aspirin without my consent, but yet we can do something very serious that have life-changing effects. Why is that any different?
The state's education department issued guidelines for schools to follow that does give districts discretion when it comes to informing parents. Port Washington Superintendent Dr. Michael Hines says his district tries to encourage the student to include the parents through multiple conversations, but
if and when a child is saying, or a student is saying, they really prefer not to, and we've tried X, Y, and Z, we would still want to loop the parents in, because we want to make sure all the students are okay.
That sometimes puts districts at odds with LGBTQ advocates who say telling parents against a student's wishes can make things more challenging for students who may be struggling at home and in school.
There are some good things happening in several school districts, and then there are some frightening things happening in other school districts, trying to silence and erase any kind of sign of LGBTQ visibility or the voices of our students. There's a lot of work to do.
20-year-old transgender college student Milo Rose agrees.
I just wanted to keep my head down and just get out.
He says the goal during high school was simple: just get through it. College opened up a whole new world.
I'm proud to label myself as a transgender man. I'm comfortable with that. I'm comfortable with telling people. Like, in high school, I was not comfortable.
Even students who told us they do feel safe and supported at their local high school admit they do worry a lot about what's happening outside the school walls in the larger Long Island community and beyond.
As a teenager, I shouldn't have to worry about that. I should be worrying about my grades and what college I'm going to get into. I shouldn't have to be worrying about whether or not I'm going to be targeted.
I'm Shari Einhorn for NewsdayTV.